Alright, welcome to the United Matters channel. I never did this much reaction when the game got done, but I was like, in the morning, this is the first video I'm obviously going to be broadcasting to my viewers of the United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share if you're watching us for the very first time, and never to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. United went ahead to obviously win this game of football, but it was really a hard fought win for, because the display was not okay. When you have a game of football, when your defenders and midfielders, especially in the defensive role, are the best players you can obviously hint of, that shows you how bad you looked into that game of football, especially when you're playing an opponent like Rangers, who is nowhere near the levels of Manchester United. And we look at the quality player per player, United is far off, and this really worries me a lot. That when will this come to an end? Let's see. You people smash the like button close to 100 times, and let's roll into this beautiful game of football. And how did it start? Towards the end of the first half, or before that, towards the end of the first half, Matthias de Ligt went ahead to score a goal, but it was really turned down by the referee after Lenny Yoro had gone ahead, obviously put in a slight push into a player, something that raised a lot of concern on the first goal that we conceded towards the 90th minute. That wasn't it the same push that was done onto Harry Maguire that would have gone ahead to stop him to obviously head that ball and prevent it? You understand? So that's exactly how things went ahead obviously happened into the mix. But I tell you, it was a hard fought win. Then Eriksson came up and raised up to the occasion, floated in a corner, and Jack Butland, I think, was at Manchester United for some months, and then he left, came on and obviously punched the ball in his own net. You understand? He punched the ball in his own net. That is Jack Butland in there for you. And then Dezers in the 88th minute went ahead to beat Harry Maguire and went ahead to level the game. And in the 90th plus second minute, it was Lisandro Martinez went ahead and put in a very teasing cross into the mouth of goal that met the well-made run of Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes put that ball into the back of the net. That is how everything happened at the club of Manchester United, and we put up a very good show. And I've already told you that when a team is playing a low block, we really suffer. And I thought that maybe when a team is not playing a low block, we might not suffer, especially in the game of South Brighton that saw us lose by 3-1. But it was almost the same case. If at all you really saw what was put on the table, I tell you, we looked bad in both games. And wins hide lots of things, and this is why I don't want to look at things in that way, that my team has gone ahead of. When you look at how people are really coming up and obviously doing their things and really doing analysis, some excited, but for me, I'm not excited, because I don't really enjoy the way we play and the way we win games and the way we lose games. When we knocked out Arsenal, drew with Liverpool, beat Man City 2-1, people were like, we are back, we are back, we are back. And I was like, you people, do you know what you're talking about? You don't exactly what you're talking about. You are here talking about United is back in how? Because for a team to be back, it has to be consistent and win games, you know, and have a same flow of the game. You understand? So what Manchester United has to do, and Ruben Amorim, is he should find a solution early enough, because if you can't beat Rangers, you worry a little bit for the next game of football that Manchester United is obviously going to be playing. You really worry a lot, because it's Fulham away, you know, and you ask yourself, if Rangers has come in throughout Manchester United and made it hard for us, can we really go away at Fulham and obviously put up with the show and obviously get points there? Remember, this is the only team that I think United has beaten in London twice under Erik ten Hag, you know. But ever since even Ruben Amorim came in through. I don't think he was going to obviously win a team in London, if at all I'm not mistaken. So it's really hard for the club of Manchester United. But the huge positive for me was Toby Collier, a player that was brought to light by Eric Ten Hag, and finally he's into the team of Ruben Amorim. And Ten Hag gave him his first debut for the club of Manchester United, and we saw to it that he was one of the few positives into that encounter that saw Man United beat Rangers by 2-1 into the mix. I think that was the hugest positive. Lenny Yoro also looked good. Lisandro Martinez, I really loved the way he does his stuff. And for me, if you ask me who the man of the match was, I'll tell you it's Lisandro Martinez, because he defended very well. His composure on the ball is really unfound, and he's one of the best technically gifted central defenders that I've gonna hate to see. And he has gone ahead to obviously spare some time in the dying minutes and went ahead to put in that cross. And I remember there is even a game that I've forgotten where I think that the game of Man City, you remember that game of Man City when he really released, he's the man that was responsible for the assist that saw Amad Diallo score the winner as we went ahead to beat Man City at Etihad. You remember that very well. Then he scored a goal against Liverpool, and here he put in that teasing cross into the mix. And I would like to give Ruben Amorim that, because he wasn't so much doing that. I think what enables him to do that, it's because you're playing a back three and he has time to obviously come into those areas and put in those killer crosses or teasing crosses. You understand? So Lisandro Martinez looked well into that game of football, and you can all agree with me that he was one of the best players onto that pitch. Then let's go to the stats and see how things were ahead to happen in there. 16 shots by Man United, Rangers had 11. 6 shots on target by Man United, Rangers had 7. 68% ball possession by Man United, Rangers had 32%. 601 passes completed by Man United, 297 passes completed by Rangers. 87% passing accuracy by Man United, 71% passing accuracy by Rangers. 10 fouls by Man United, 14 fouls by Rangers. 0 yellow cards to Man United and 1 yellow card to Rangers. No red cards issued to both sides, 1 offside to both sides, 7 corners to Man United and 5 corners to the side of Rangers. That's how everything went ahead to happen, and this is how the table is looking for the UEFA Europa League. Remember, the format went ahead to change. Lazio is on top with 19 points, Frankfurt second with 16 points, Atletico Bilbao third with 16 points. Remember, it was beaten, it got its first loss in this tournament. And guess who went ahead to beat them? It was Besiktas, that is managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. United is 4th with 15 points. Lyon is 5th with 14 points. Tottenham is having 14 points. Anderlecht and FCSB. I think this is the team that we are playing last. Now, when you look at the teams that can get into the top 8, Galatasaray can, Bodo Glimt can, Victoria Pleasant can, Olympiacos can, Rangers can, depending on the performance of FCSB, Anderlecht, Tottenham, Lyon, and Manchester United. But Lazio, Frankfurt, Atletico Bilbao are straight into the quarterfinals, and I think that's what Man United will be fighting at, to see to it that they get to where they deserve to be. When you look at the last, Besiktas is one of those teams that is placed 24th, and this is where they'll obviously cut it off from. So that's how the table is, and FCSB is the team you're going to be playing away, and all what United needs is a draw to obviously get into what we call the quarter-finals, and see to it that we dodge that two-legged tie that will see the last 16 teams face one another, and the 8 that go through will join those that will already have taken the 8 spots. So I think better win, but a lot has to be done, and we are now focusing on the game that we're going to be playing on Sunday. But the transfer news obviously continues for Alejandro Garnacho and a player known as Rashford. Then Patrick Dogo is one to watch in the dying hours of the in dying hours of the season or the transfer window. Bye bye.